For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, please do check out mmorexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at a checkout for 5% off your order. Yes, then YouTube, we are back. But before we get started, guys, if you want to drop a like on today's video for me, drop a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. We are back with my updated first in the world FIFA 23 camera and controller settings video. But before we get started, guys, we do have a bit of an ad. Luke9077.com, link down in the description below to his website. Use the code WOLF20 for 20% off absolutely everything off your order. Okay, so you will get 20% off absolutely everything, whether it be a new item, a sale item, 20% off your order. So even if a sale item is like 20 quid for 3 t-shirts, originally 40 quid, guess what? It's 16 quid now as well with my code, so make sure you check it out. WOLF20 at the checkout. Link to Luke's website is down in the description below. So, enough of the ads, let's get straight into it. So, the camera and controller settings that I use, which then mean you should use them as well because, yeah, you just should. Let's get straight into it. So, put the competitive master switch on because this involves the online games. If you have it off, I don't really touch any of that anyway. So, just leave it on because then you can't touch them. They're preset in the game. So, if you have it off and then, I don't know, you have like auto shots on, auto shots will then be off as soon as you play online anyway. So, you'll get used to a certain setting and then won't help you in the future. Okay, so have that competitive master switch on. Believe you me, it will help you out tenfold, as I do have, yes, my big golden retriever dog, Hugo, he's a good boy, in the background. Drop a comment down below, make sure you say hello to Hugo in the comment section. Anyway, through pass assistance, let's get straight into it. Through pass assistance, I have it on semi. A lot of people have it on manual. Don't. You're going to want to have it on semi, alright? It's probably the only way that a semi's ever a good thing. I don't believe I just said that. Anyway, but yeah, just make sure you have it on semi. Now, I have the FIFA trainer hidden. Obviously, I don't want the FIFA trainer on. Like, that's just annoying, right? I don't want it on, so I have it hidden. This is where you need to use your own initiative, YouTube. I have time finishing on because, obviously, it helps me out tenfold in terms of, like, greening a shot and stuff like that. I would 100% recommend learning this, okay? Time finishing is such a big advantage if you use it. So please, 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 definitely use it. Just learn it. Go in the arena, press B before before the player connects with the ball. It will green time the shot. It is something that you are going to have to learn, though. You're not just going to pick it up straight away. But if you are really against time finishing, just have it off. It makes no difference. Next player switch indicator, I have that on. That means that you will have like a grey, not a grey arrow, but like a faint arrow above a player that you're not controlling. That means that if you press LB, that's who you will then go and control. So obviously you want that on 100%. Pass block assistance, I have that on. I don't really know what that does. AI and user control players would attempt to enter. Oh yeah, you're going to want to leave that on. Basically it means the AI will try and intercept the pass. You want that 100%. Auto switching. I have it on air balls and loose balls. Some people have it on like automatic and stuff like that. I just have it on the recommended setting, which is we will only switch for you on lobs, crosses and loose balls. So it won't switch for you like when you're running back with the centre back or stuff like that. So on air balls and loose balls. Auto switching move assistance. You're going to want to have that on none. Okay? You're going to want to have that on none. A lot of people will have it on high, low. Maybe high is like the default setting. You're going to want to have that on low. Don't get me wrong. It can be sometimes good for the auto switch to like see you where you are. Basically it means that like when you're switching to a defender, that defender will carry on running the direction they're running in, even though you're selecting them, even though you might not want them to run that way. So you're going to want to have that on none. I just always think it's always best on this game and on FIFA to be as manual as you can be, because then it's on you. When you lose, it's on you, right? You can take the bullshit when you lose on you. It's when the game fucks you over. That's where it gets annoying. So I have it on none. Clearance assistance, I have it on classic. Clearances, direction, and power are fully assisted on taking consideration of directional input. Oh no, you're going to want to have that on directional. Clearance, direction, takes into consideration of directional input. Yeah, you're going to want to have that on directional. You're not going to want to have that on classic. Basically, for a clearance, it can just kick the ball in a completely different direction that you're aiming it. You don't want that. You want to, where you're aiming the ball is where you want the ball to go, so have that on directional. I have player lock on. I actually never use player locks anyway. If I was back to competing, which I can't, obviously, because my coin's sponsor. But if I did go back to competing, I would 100% learn the player locks. You know, players like Gorilla and stuff like that, they are very good at player locks. It is a big skill gap. I have it on, but I never use it. So I could switch it off and it would not bother me in the slightest, but I just leave it on in case I do ever want it. I have icon switching off. You don't want that on. You do not want that on. It's horrible. Right stick switching. I have it on classic. Flicking R will switch to the next player immediately. The actually point to yes, a classic. Right stick switching reference, player relative. Yeah, I don't know how anyone can have ball relative. I've always had player relative, always have and always will. Ground pass assistance, assisted. All of these are assisted, semi, assisted. Analog sprint off, you're going to want that off. I hate it. Now, this is where I actually do differ from a lot of pro players. I have my pass receiver lock on the animation start, not on the power up or late. I just prefer that. I much prefer that. There's no real reason why. I just think it's better. For me, I don't touch any of my attacks, but I actually touch my defending. So I swap. So yours will look like that on the default settings. I have my teammate contain, so second man press you might call it, as my A button and not my RB button. The reason for that is just because I like to second man press when I'm holding A rather than RB. I just find it more comfortable. So they're the controller settings. The camera settings that I use, there are two in my opinion that you're going to want to use. The first one, well, it really depends, but I think there's two very meta camera angles. The first one is the camera angle I use. That is tele-broadcast, 15 height, well, custom on the camera settings, 15 height and 0 zoom. You see how where you are in terms of like the tele-broadcast? I like that. You're not too far away, but you're not also too far zoomed in. The other one that I would say is a very good camera angle and like a very meta camera angle is co-op. Now, I don't particularly like co-op, though, because I just don't like to be zoomed out. I sometimes play co-op if I'm trying to show you guys, like, a custom tactics video, and I want you to see, like, more of the way that my team's set up and stuff like that. I just can't get on with co-op. I just don't like it. And camera settings are really all down to you and your personal preference. You are not going to switch to a camera angle and be happy with it straight away minute one of the game. That's not going to happen. It will take you at least 5 to 10 games to really get used to the camera angle. But I much prefer tele-broadcast, 15 height, 0 zoom. And that right there is my first in the world updated FIFA 23 best camera and controller settings video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, say bye-bye to my dog. Bless him. He's a big old boy, isn't he? Bless him. Yeah, say bye to Hugo in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Spread the love of positivity. PMA, positive male attitude. Peace out. One love.